How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a glorious day. Today we're taking a look at some of my recent builder base attacks, and we have climbed up a massive amount of trophies since last few videos. So as we look here on the global leaderboard, we are sitting at 162, and locally in the United States we are number 32. So let's showcase some of these attacks and see how I'm taking out literally every single base using pretty much the same attack strategy. The 3 cannon carts, the 3 baby dragons with the battle chopper. It is ridiculously strong. Typically I'll have around a 90-95% 6-star success rate, and typically those 1 or 2 attacks that are not 6 stars, they are 5 stars, so still getting a lot of points. The only thing that can defeat this attack strategy are very creative trap locations, being the spring traps, and then sometimes the 2 giant bombs and a little mine. They can take out those cannon carts, but sometimes you only need 1 or 2 to take out the rest of the base. So here we're going against Double Down, one of his, Double 3 Down. I think it's one of his mini accounts. And here, the name of the game is just taking out as many of the defenses that outrange the cannon carts as possible. In theory, there will be 4, maybe 5 defenses that outrange the cannon carts. So typically there'll be the 3 archer towers, there might be the lava launcher, and there might be either the giant cannon or the multi-mortar. Now if you can directly target the archer towers, and then if you can splash and hit, usually there's one of the defenses that outrange the cannon carts in the core of the base. You can have 2 of your baby dragon abilities splash and hit that defense, then you are in a really good spot, especially if your battle chopper can take out 2 defenses on that side of the base. Then you can send each of the cannon carts in front of each of the arch towers and go from there. Now for the back end of the base, a lot of times there will be the 5 firecrackers. So typically there will be less ground defenses. There will of course be usually the Teslas, usually 2 or 3 of them. But if you can use your cannon carts and take out each of the cannons and double cannons, sometimes a crusher, then your battle machine can get insane value on the second stage. Typically your battle machine will be able to take out any of the remaining splash target defenses, and then you have a couple of hogs so that if any troll Teslas pop up, you can quickly deploy the hog, stun the Tesla and take it out, and protect your cannon cart. Then I have the 1 baby dragon extra that I bring. Sometimes you'll have one from the first stage as well. I always bring an extra baby dragon specifically for the zappies that come out of the auto outpost. Those zappies are nasty, and you do not want to deal with them if you can avoid it. So this stage we're able to take out the cannon, and then we cleared out a section of the top side of the base. So once this battle machine gets closer in, it's now starting to tank the giant cannon and the multi-mortar. Now we can send in our cannon carts and clear out the rest of the base. Once those zappies come out, bring in the baby dragon to splash them down. And this is a base that is typically designed to be anti-cannon cart, and yet we're still able to take it out relatively easily and get that 6-star. So now let's speed through a couple of other attacks, because the bases are not quite as good. This is a common layout. We do have the multi-mortar getting upgraded, same with the Expo. But still, we're going to have our battle chopper take out this archer tower. We're clearing a path so that we can send in 2 baby dragons for this lava launcher. And then typically we would send in our last baby dragon for this multi-mortar. But since it's being upgraded, we don't have to deploy it, and we can just sort of creep in our cannon carts and just completely wreck this base. So biggest thing with cannon carts is time failing. Like, they're super strong. They could pretty much take out the whole base. Like, you could pretty much use 6 cannon carts, take out the whole base if you were creative with how they tanked for each other. But there's the issue of time. So the other variation is the 4 cannon carts and then 2 sets of archers. But I find that sometimes, unless the defenses are all on the outside of the base, a lot of times waiting for the archers to get to the inside of the base is too long of a time commitment and will time fail. So that's where I love using the baby dragons. And that 3 baby dragon, 3 cannon cart, just sort of that sweet spot where you can get the best of both worlds and not time fail. So here, we've got a lot of defenses on this back end portion of the base, specifically against air, but since we're not really using an air attack, we're mostly setting up for the cannon carts. It's not that big of a deal. So now let's take a look. Let's say we've got typically the standard amount of defenses on the first portion of the base. So we're sending our battle chopper in to take out the giant cannon and one of the arch towers. 1 cannon cart to set a path for this arch tower, 1 cannon cart to take out. So a baby dragon can eventually take out this arch tower. And then we have 1 more sort of spare cannon cart that we don't really need to plan for, because with the idea is that either the battle chopper ability will splash and hit the lava launcher, or 2 baby dragons breath abilities will take out the lava launcher. So this is a lot more better if you have a maxed out battle chopper. It gets pretty close if you have a level 30 battle chopper, and then if you have under a level 30, it gets really iffy on a level 25 or lower battle chopper, because you need your battle chopper to take out at least 1, but typically 2 of the defenses that outrange your cannon carts, and you want the battle chopper to take out pretty much 1/4 of the base. In theory, the battle chopper takes out 1/4, and then your 3 cannon carts take out 3/4, and then your baby dragons can be sort of just sprinkled in wherever they are needed as you inch your cannon carts closer and closer. So we got 2 cannon carts remaining going into the back end of the base. However, there's really only a couple of ground targeting defenses, so once we take out this cannon, and then these sets of cannons up top, the crusher is upgrading. There's only the multi-mortar, and then, maybe 2 or 3 Teslas, but we've got, 2 hogs for any of that pop up. And then depending where the Teslas are located, sometimes your cannon carts, if you deploy them back into ground regular mode, they can even 1v1 a Tesla. So, got 1 Tesla that pops, send in a hog glider, got another Tesla that pops. At this point, the battle machine is tanking all the rest, and we can just send in our baby dragon to take out the zappies and take out the base. So we'll do 1 more replay, because I'm now starting to get to the point where I'm hitting the same base multiple times. So not the greatest for making content when you're just destroying the same base over and over and over again, but we'll showcase this 1 time. So we've got the battle chopper up top, going to take out these 2 archer towers. Got 1 cannon cart setting up, clearing out the trash to take out the giant cannon for 1 baby dragon. Then we've got 2 baby dragons left for this lava launcher. And then the splash abilities will hit both the lava launcher and the archer tower. So if all goes to plan, everything will be taken out. We'll be able to save all 3 of our cannon carts. And that's the beauty of this strategy, is that you get to almost always save 3 housing space for the second stage. It's crazy. A lot of times if you use baby dragons, you might get like 1 or 2 baby dragons if you're lucky. If you're using P.E.K.K.A.s, you might get 2 P.E.K.K.A.s. You might have your bomber left over. But pretty much regardless, you're always going to be having one of those troop spaces be a cannon cart for the second stage, because the cannon carts are just so powerful on the second stage. So here we've got the 3 cannons that we're going to be taking out. We've got 1 double cannon on the back end, as well as a multi-mortar, but the multi-mortar is being upgraded. We have those pesky guard troops. Can be a little bit annoying to take out, but typically if you take out the archer first, your cannon cart will have a little bit of health alive to take out the barbarian, and then can continue destroying the rest of the base. So yeah, now we're just clearing out the back end. Typically once the time gets low, or if the battle machine is starting to tank everything, I'll just set all the cannon carts to ground normal mode, just have them steamroll the base. So hopefully you enjoyed watching some replays. These are replays at around the 15,000 trophy mark, so in theory they're against some pretty good guys. But we'll see. We'll see how high I can push up, and we'll probably be doing some live attacks in the next few builder base videos. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. And there are a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. Until next time, take care.